Good morning, guys. Welcome to Friday's FRT Gold live video. Hope you're all doing well. It's now Friday morning, so I'm sure many of you are looking forward to the weekend. Hopefully, you've got a good one lined up and you're enjoying this really nice weather that we're having. That's good. Plenty of quick summer ground today and tomorrow throughout the weekend, I should think, which is always good. Might be a little bit too quick for the Classic tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if they did water at the Curragh for the Irish Oaks, but we'll see on that in due course. Yeah, hopefully a decent day today. Just a reminder, this is a live Q&A session. If you've got any questions, if you'd like any extra tips, if you're heading to a meeting, anything like that, anything that's on your mind with regards to horse racing, please do give me a shout and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Alternatively, I know some of you aren't able to watch this video live, so if you're not watching it live, remember you can email joe@freeracingtips.co.uk and get in touch via Facebook as well, facebook.com/groups/FRT Gold. So yeah, today's racing is actually really good. Best day of the week by far. Some listed action taking place, and you know some Group 1 courses are taking centre stage today. We've got racing from Nottingham, from Newbury, Haydock, Newmarket, Hamilton, and Pontefract, and then at Killarney over in Ireland as well. So plenty to go through. That's taking place throughout the afternoon and this evening as well. Loads of racing. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully we can bounce back after what was yesterday was the first bad day of the week. To be honest, we've delivered, whether it be small profit or some decent profit in sort of 7 or 8 points. This week has been a really profitable one. Yesterday things didn't go our way. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Unfortunately, sometimes you have those days. I wish we didn't, but they do happen. Luckily, we did have a 10-3 winner as a 1-point single, meaning that although it was a loss, it wasn't a big loss of around sort of 8 points or so. It was that sort of halved. It was around about 4 points loss, which although is a shame when you do have those losses, you want them to be minimal. And that 10-3 winner did just sort of save us a little bit and mean that the figures for the week weren't looking too bad at all. So not too much loss, and hopefully we can rebuild on that today and get back to those profitable ways. As I said, it's been a good week, been a good couple of weeks actually, and yeah, hopefully we can do the same today. We've seemed to have better form when the racing has been better on sort of a Friday and a Saturday, so let's hope that can continue today. So really looking forward to today, and we'll start off by looking at the premium tip. One that I'm feeling confident on today goes in the 220 at Nottingham. And it's Simply Magic, currently at 2-1, being backed from 5-2. And I would expect this, obviously you don't quite know how the market's going to shape up, but I would expect this to go off quite a bit shorter than what it is at the moment, being, as I say, being backed already. So this horse, Simply Magic's actually been third in his last 2 starts. And to be fair, it's had 3 runs now. I think it's gone 4th, 3rd, 3rd, but it has improved in each one. And I think more improvement is expected today. And I think this looks to be a really winnable race. Comes from Richard Hannon's yard, and Hannon's 2-year-olds are absolutely flying at the moment. I believe Richard Hughes, he's not actually at Nottingham today. I believe he's at Newbury, but Kieran Fallon has been booked to take the ride, and he's one of the very best. There's no doubt about that. And if you can't have Richard Hughes, then obviously the booking of Fallon is a really positive one. I would imagine that they're feeling confident on this horse, and does tick plenty of boxes. I think, as I said, this looks to be a really winnable race. There's some market support, which is always good. A Richard Hannon 2-year-old is one you'd always rather be with rather than against, and on top of that is showing some decent form, looks like improving, and as I say, it looks to be a really winnable race. Being good about this premium tip, and the 220 at Nottingham, Simply Magic 2-1, that's from 5-2. The next best bet for today, that takes place this evening, goes in the 640 at Hamilton, and it's Songy at 6-4. That's been back from 7-4 this morning. Now, this didn't do too much wrong actually when coming second last time out. Was backed into about 5-4 last time out. So clearly some market confidence and connections feel that this horse is a good one. But I think just ran into a better horse last time out, or one that was certainly better equipped to the conditions and the race last time out. I would imagine if they race again, the 2 horses in maybe sort of 3 or 4 months' time, then you might expect Songy to come out on top. I think has plenty have some progression. That form last time out is looking like some decent form. Has a great chance today. Runs for Kevin Ryder, and another really good booking in Andrea Atzeni, who's proving to be one of the one of the top jockeys around actually at the moment, no doubt about that. And you know that a jockey can make all the difference, and the fact that they're Preemptive and Next Best Bet, Kieran Fallon and Andrea Atzini, that really does boost confidence as well. You'd be surprised how many people don't actually look at a jockey and just think of the horse. You know, it's probably, you know, maybe it is 90% horse, 10% jockey, but that 10% can be the difference between winning and losing, and you'd much rather a better one on board. So, yeah, hopefully they can both give some decent rides today. And, yeah, this Next Best Bet looks to be a good one. Again, some market support coming for this horse. Wouldn't be surprised to see it go off around the 11 to 8, possibly 5 to 4 mark, but this looks to be a really winnable race. We'll have learned a lot, actually, after that second last time out. Might just realise needs to show a little bit more, but it didn't, as I said, didn't do too much wrong, and actually shaped pretty well and was up for the battle, but just couldn't quite get over the line. But in this one, I think Sonia can do the business. 640 at Hamilton. Next Best Bet, that's at 6 to 4 from 7 to 4. Right, the little earner for today, that goes in the 445 at Newbury, and our tip here is a Castani, currently at 12 to 1. Now, this horse so far this season was a second, first, and then was last of all last time out. So you kind of have to wonder, you know, what happened last time out. And actually, the saddle slipped in that race and was virtually pulled up before the line. Didn't really stand a chance and was just a bit of a write-off in terms of a performance. You can completely draw a line through that performance, but some people won't. Some people will only look at the figure and see that there's a naught next to it and didn't do anything, and then completely be put off this horse. And that could be good for us, because I think we could find some value here. And at 12 to 1, with the form this horse was showing prior to that saddle slipping, I think 12 to 1 looks to be a great each way price. I think looks a really good value here. Has a victory over course and distance as well, so knows all about Newbury. Has been racing at good tracks as well. That can make a big difference. You know, has been racing at tracks like Sandown, like Newbury. So is familiar with these ones with fairly strong fields. As I said, a course and distance win does mean that I think this horse is great value. You can draw a line before that form last time out, and the fact that with the form he was showing prior to that, and with how consistent this form is, I'd expect him to run into a place at 12 to 1 and could go really close to winning this one. Really like that little earner today in the 445 at Newbury. Castani, currently 12 to 1. Wouldn't be surprised if this went off around about the 8 to 1 mark. Maybe once a few have read a bit more into the form and see that this horse was just unlucky last time out and didn't do too much wrong. Right, we've got 2 1-point win-only singles. Of course, you can put them in a lucky 15 if you'd like to, with the premium tip and the Next Best Bet. But at the moment, they're recommended as 1-point singles, and that certainly saved us a little bit yesterday. I know that sounds strange, but it would have been a day of complete losses if you'd have done lucky 15 yesterday. But with doing those 1-point singles, it almost half the losses that it could have been. So that proves that they just seem to be the way to go at the moment. We did have one, it was, the name completely escapes me, I'll try and get it up, that was declared a non-runner a little bit earlier on today. The name's completely gone. I'll just find it out for you just a second. I'm sure many of you know and have seen the email, but just on the off chance that some of you haven't, I'll just get that up for you. So the horse that was declared a non-runner, I'll just grab that. And then I'll just go through the 2 that are the 2 1-point singles today. It was literally as soon as I sent the first email this morning, the horse was declared a non-runner, which was a bit of a shame. But as I say, I look at so many horses throughout the day, sometimes a name escapes me if I haven't wrote it down, which I haven't foolishly today. What we'll do is I'll go through the 2 1-point win-only singles today. Actually, no, I can just tell you all quickly. So. Bear with me just a second. So yeah, unfortunately, it was Tangerine Trees. That was the one. So it wasn't the most simple of names. Tangerine Trees was declared a non-runner pretty much as soon as I did send out the email today. So we did replace it with a 1-point win-only single. Hopefully you got the text or the email. If you didn't, we've replaced it in the 340 at Newbury with a day at 2 to 1 in a listed race at Newbury. I think this horse has got a great chance up against the odds-on shot there. One that I think filled many notebooks last time out, went shaping well last time out, and I think could be open to improvement and could go really well for William Haggis and Paul Hannigan. And then the other 1 point win only single is in the 330 at Nottingham. This are really good value one. Mega Leaker, I like the look of at around about 5 to 1. I think if you really search, you might be able to find some sixes somewhere, but 5 to 1, the general price. I think this horse actually came out on top in terms of figures, has a course and distance win, consistent horse that's done it for us in the past. I think that looks to be good value for that one. So hopefully that can do the business. So they're all of today's tips. Hopefully you can get on plenty of them, and as I say, we can build on what's been a good week, but a poor day yesterday, and yeah, just want to bounce back from that, no doubt about that. But losing days do happen, and you should, if you are following a system that the point system that I do, then a losing day shouldn't be too much of a problem. They happen. You have to expect them. We do get a fair bit of stick after one losing day after a good week, which is a shame, but I can understand frustration sometimes. But yeah, you do need to make sure that you've got the right type of betting bank, and you're not, you need to separate your betting bank from your personal account, and don't keep. I see too many people, depositing £10 and another £10 and another £10, and just keep doing it like that, and that's when a problem starts. You need to have your betting bank put aside, whatever you can afford to lose, put that in your betting account, and then go from the point system accordingly. Usually I would say that when going by the point system, a point is usually 1% of your betting bank. So say you put £100 in, then you want to go £1 per point would be my recommendation. So £3 on the premium tip, £2 on the next best bet, £1 on them as a double, 50p each way on the little earner, and £1 win only singles on the other two. They're usually the best way to go. So that would be my advice. Of course, if you've got £1,000 betting bank, then go by £10 a point would be my recommendation, and do make sure that whatever is in your account is what you're almost happy to lose. Hopefully you won't lose it, and I'm fairly confident that you'll turn it into profit. But yeah, that's certainly the way to go. But other than that, what else have we got taking place today? Just wanted to mention that. And if you ever got any questions about, some advice on a betting bank or recommended stakes or anything like that, do just feel free to email me. I'm always around to answer any of those questions. It is tough sometimes to do it as a general thing, because so many people want different things. Some people see it as a bit of fun, and place really small bets. Some people see it as a big money maker and place large bets, and keeping both of those happy, it requires a little bit of different advice. So yeah, they're all of our horses today anyway. That's the main thing. Hopefully we can have some winners and bounce back from yesterday. Tomorrow it's the Irish Oaks from the Curragh. Unfortunately, Tagruda was withdrawn from this, but looks to be a really good King George next weekend, with Tagruda taking place in that one. So the Irish Oaks tomorrow, you've got Tarfasher at 5 to 2, Marvellous at 5 to 1, Bracelet at 13 to 2. Probably be a bit of an Aidan O'Brien show, which is no surprise. If forced for an anti-post bet there, I'd go Bracelet at 13 to 2, but not really a race I'm too keen on, to be honest. Something about Irish racing at the moment, especially those Irish classics, I think it's a bit more of a procession for Aidan O'Brien than anything else. But yeah, well, we'll probably talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. As for today, let's hope that our horses can do the business. Hope they all come back safe, of course, and we can have plenty of winners today, with the premium tip being the main one to get the day off to a flyer. But thanks for watching today. Any questions, let me know. Speak to you a little bit later on. Tomorrow probably be a video, but a little bit earlier, around about 10 AM. And yeah, but I'll keep you informed on that. Thanks for watching today. Speak to you all a bit later. Happy Friday. Goodbye.